Hello guys, welcome to Survival Russia. Thank you very much for the overwhelming support on the video yesterday. Pretty awesome. So today we're out collecting 3 trail cams and opening the trail because we have snow of course. Awesome day when I headed out. It was snowing and grey, so I didn't bring the good cam. I only have the small action cam here. I have the sled with me, as you can see behind me. And that's because I brought something that I want to show you, and today's video is basically gonna be just on the top of my head, you know, and it's most likely gonna be a little bit of a ranting or semi-ranting anyway. As I said in yesterday's video, you know, I like to try and show things that things that matters from a perspective of a guy who lives out in the wild nature, so to speak. Even you can hear logging trucks and trains and stuff out there, right? But that's because the wife is not here yet. She'll be here early next week or mid next week or something, and we can head out. It's gonna be awesome. The deputy dog is well down in snow now. Soon he will not be able to travel other places than on the ski tracks. And I had a really weird guy commenting on why I'm not having my dog on a leash. I mean, I was just seriously like, is this guy for real? Is he trolling me or what? who wants to have a dog on a leash out here? It's just completely stupid. See, there we have Deputy Dog in the snow. And the Trans-Siberian Railroad, of course. But he should be on a leash, shouldn't he? Deputy Dog should be on a leash at all times, according to Eric. And while we are at it, I mean, he was most likely trolling me a little bit, but why don't have a little bit of fun with the trolls also, you know, like... Because he also said that, that according to Jack London, I was making 2 boo-boos. One was that in my how to use magnesium video, I can link to up here. In that video, I was making a fire under a branch with a lot of snow on. And I was not sitting under a branch with snow. There was branches with snow pretty close to me. But I was not building a fire. I was just demonstrating how to use the magnesium correctly, right? But this is just how some people are. I find it funny. So that was a little bit of fun for me. But anyway, down here we have a sled. We have a few items. Yeah, I don't really want to be anybody's survival instructor or outdoors instructor, or what the hell we can call it, right? Because when we watch these guys sometimes, I mean, I don't want to bash anybody, but they just get irritated sometimes, you know. I think they're doing things the wrong way around, and they do it because they want to make money, and there's nothing wrong with making money as such, but I mean, I watched a guy yesterday and he was like, yeah, according to our survival school we do it according to these 3 rules, and in survival and in the outdoors there are never rules. Some guy also said that the fire is number 1, fire is number 1, fire is number 1. No, fire is not always number 1. The important thing to be able to do is to assess the situation, to judge the situation, right? And find out what is most important for me. And how you do this is to go out and train and get it done. And you can finally do this yourself. You don't really need anybody to teach you how to do this. There are a lot of things on YouTube that you could look into, right? Just go out and test it out. Do it safely. Don't go out and test a new sleeping system in minus 30°C or something like this and find out that it actually sucks. That'll be pretty dangerous. But watching some of these guys, you know, as I say, I think they do it the wrong way around. They're sort of like teaching people what they can do without and for how long. They're not teaching these people what to carry and never be parted from. Because that's the real important thing here. Yeah, so down here we have my pull sled. This is a small one. I have a much larger one, and I'll do a sled thing video at some point. But anyway, the sled here is a survival item and a very useful item itself. I always use a palatka or canvas tarp poncho thing to wrap the things I'm carrying. So having the sled and the tarp poncho here is already 2 good things. So one of the things I have down here, except for the 3 trail cams I've collected, of course, is this pouch here. This pouch weighs 1.6 kilos. It's a machine gun pouch, for machine gun belts. It's not that big. It's Molly, and being Molly, it can be attached to Molly, surprise, surprise, but it can also be attached to other things, belts and so on. And then I have this Veshmeshok. I have a video on that I can link to up here. This is a small, heavy duty Russian army small clothes bag, but it's used for all sorts of things because you can almost not destroy these and they're dirt cheap. This is my preferred scouting backpack. I use it a lot. But this pouch here contains food. Some of you already know that. The most important survival tool you have is your brain. Depending on how I ration this, I can do a good 3 days at least with this. Also in winter, this is packed for winter. And you know, the guys with all their rules of threes and all this stuff who says, yeah, but you can do 3 weeks without food and blah blah blah. It's true you can do 3 weeks without food, but it's a downward spiral, and the spiral will become smaller and smaller, and you will simply just die, or you will make the wrong decisions. This is why your brain is the most important survival tool you have. And survival or outdoorsmanship is not about what you can do without. It's about what you always carry with you, so you do not have to do without, right? Sorry, I'm getting a little bit fired up here, but this is how it is. I mean, I get very irritated on these guys. So, 1.6 kilo. Here we have buckwheat, of course. This is about 1 big coffee mug full. 2 bags of oatmeal, just mixed with water. And off you go. This with strawberry. This is dried fish. This is awesome. There's 80 grams of dried fish. Dried fish I can add to the buckwheat if I want. I can eat it as snacks. It's salty and healthy. It has a lot of protein, of course, and other good stuff. Dried fish is awesome if you like fish. Here I have a extra Ziploc bag for, you know, possibles. Here we have 2 cans of pork. Pig meat, as I always say. But this is 2 cans of pork. It's pre-cooked and spiced and so on. So a little bit of salt and pepper. It's pure meat and fat. This is what you want. One of these I can make it, I can cut in half and eat with the buckwheat. That is a really great meal. Then I have my soup mix. This is a really awesome soup mix. It's dehydrated with rice and beef and all sorts of good things here. 4 portions. Yeah, excuse me, the logging truck. Finally, I have this bag here. It's 250 grams with the raisins and nuts and so on. This is also good to eat, of course, and this is also good to bait traps with. This we're gonna find out here during the winter, if we can bait some animals with this. Basically, what we have down there is 1.6 kilo of happiness, and that will, of course, go in the small backpack or attached on a belt or something like this with some other items such as a stainless steel bottle and a mess kit or a pot. It's very, very important to understand that in the wild nature there are no constants. There are no such thing as one thing that is always the most important, except food. That's the truth. Don't listen to all these guys who tell you to what you can do without all the time. You should train for what you should always carry in a given situation, right? But anyway, I think I have been half-ranting enough for today. Everybody have their own way of doing things, but the more time you spend outside, the better you will be to determine what you need for a scout at this time of year or that time of year, at this and that distance, and what should I bring, because of course when I'm out here or just over in the forest for a few kilometers, I don't bring the whole 9 yards, right? Yeah, I know, I'm actually on the way back now, but I just came to think about that in the video up here, stuck in the woods overnight. It was also good that I had my equipment with me, right? Because I could feed my dog as well. I cooked a little meal up on the army stove, and later I'm gonna cook up a bigger meal there for me and the dog. It's gonna be, surprise, surprise, buckwheat and pork. But yeah, that's how it is. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your time. Please check the links in the description and share, subscribe, like, and bell me. So until next time, get out and train and get it done. And see you next time here in wintertime Russia. Thank you for your time, guys.